Hi guys, it's Mark Zickery of Space Command, and it's New Year's Day 2017. Happy New Year's. I wanted to spend a few minutes just talking about two items of great interest to my Kickstarter backers, and as opposed to the networks and production companies that I'm pitching to, or the Space Command fans, or the Mr. Sci-Fi subscribers, any of that stuff. This is specifically just for you backers, and you were first aboard, and you deserve to be first in line. So essentially, here are the two things I want to talk about right now. First of all, when are you going to get all the stuff you ordered? And secondly, when is the first film going to be done? Not when is the series going to be sold, not when the other Space Command things are going to be shot and completed. That's of great interest to me and probably to many of you, but the initial promise was, here's the stuff you ordered, here's what we're making for the money that we raised via the Kickstarter campaign. So, first of all, on in terms of getting your stuff, great news! We've been putting a lot of effort in over the last few months, our Space Command team and myself, and we have now actually made the T-shirts, the posters, the stickers, the lobby cards, the trading cards, the patches, the signed Space Command scripts, the signed copies of the Twilight Zone Companion. All of that stuff is going to be mailed out in the next couple weeks, and so you should all be getting it before you can say Jack Straw or whatever you choose to say, but it is in physical existence now. In terms of some of the larger items like the model of the palette and all of that, those are in work, but it'll probably be a couple months before we get that stuff out. In terms of when is the first film going to be done, I'm very focused on that. The first step, of course, was building the studio, shooting the script, editing it, completing it, and we started generating all of the visual effects. Now that, of course, has proven to be quite a huge task. In some cases, various personnel changed. In some cases, as with Ron Thornton, our wonderful VFX supervisor from Babylon 5 and Star Trek Voyager, etc., and he brought aboard people from Battlestar Galactica. Ron sadly fell ill and passed away just a few weeks ago, and so again, a lot of this has been trial and error in terms of getting the work to be of the quality we all need it to be. Because surprisingly, or not so surprisingly, there are only a handful of people who both have the right aesthetic, the right heart, and the right brilliant talent to pull this off in the way that we all want. And so where we stand right now is we have the 2 hours edited, completely edited. One can watch it from beginning to end. We've got the opening sequence completed with the visual effects, or largely completed, a few little tiny tweaks. Now we're working to get the first 35 minutes done with the visual effects. We've been getting quotes. In the other video I'm sending you, we speak to this, but we're getting all of that nailed down. I have to raise more money, but not an insane amount of money. If we can do that through selling shares, we can do that through the crowdfunding campaign, or I can sell the show. But my plan is to raise it sooner rather than later, the first 35 minutes, and then do it incrementally in 30-minute chunks until we have the 2 hours. And that's essentially what the crowdfunding campaign is going to be. If any of you want to pledge before the campaign, or even send funds before the campaign, if you don't have the $7,500 to buy shares, but you want to kick in, 500, 1,000, or even 200, 300, every little bit helps, or $25, whatever works. And also, we could set up a Space Command store to sell these posters, patches, all this stuff. But if someone has ideas about how to run that or how to set that up, please contact me, markzickery@gmail.com, 323-363-1259, because my focus has been on the writing, producing, directing, making of Space Command. And so sometimes it is a small operation. There's only a handful of us. And so if anyone wants to step up and bring their expertise to how you can get some of the other stuff done, to get stuff sold, to get stuff made, to get stuff out, to raise funds, any of that stuff gets it done sooner rather than later. Because now it's literally the equation of, we need a certain amount of money to generate the final post-production expenses, the visual effects, etc. The priority is the first film. We're editing the second film just because we have the dailies. We can put that together, and that helps us create the credibility to sell the show, because there are less visual effects in the second 30 minutes. The 30 minutes of the second film of Forgiveness makes it easier for someone to sit and watch the whole thing. We cannot show the rough cut of the first 2 hour story to these executives, because they just won't know what they're looking at without the visual effects put in. So this is trial and error, and this is advice of a lot of my friends who run shows, so I'm following the advice of people who know what they're talking about. But again, in terms of the first 2 hour story, Star Trek Space Command Redemption. Um, that's because Doug Jones, of course, has been cast in Star Trek Discovery now. So, and I've been thinking a lot about Star Trek lately with the Roddenberry vaults and all of that. But um, to get the first 2 hours finished is just a matter of just shot by shot, day by day, digging in, getting it done. And we have people working on that now. And the more we can hire people on, the more we can build that team, the sooner we can get it done. But my goal is definitely to get it done over the next few months. And so we're not going to be going happy New Year's 2018, still waiting for Space Command film. That is not my plan at all. So I just wanted to reassure you guys and let you know that we are on track. We've come a long, 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 long way. We've made the Space Command film. We're toward getting it done. If any of you have skills and want to be part of this, if you can do VFX, if you can do compositing, if you can do any of these skills, or if you're good at fundraising, any of that stuff, or as I said, setting up a shop, that will all help us, and we'll all get to the finish line. But I just wanted to talk to you for a few minutes and let you know that we are very much moving along. We're working on it day after day after day, week after week. We're not moving on to other tasks, and we're focusing on the first film. That is our priority. So that's it for now. Feel free to email me any other questions you have. I'm happy to answer, and I'm just very grateful because, again, without you and your patience, none of this would have been possible. And we've come a huge long way. There's a reason people don't do something like this without a studio or network, which I've discovered. But I don't regret at all the path I've been on. It's been amazing. And when I look at the scenes with these amazing actors, I'm thrilled, and I'm so glad we've created it. And I think you'll really be delighted too when you get to see the final product. So that's it for now. Mark Zicree, Space Command, Mark Zicree of Mr. Sci-Fi. If you're not a subscriber to the Mr. Sci-Fi YouTube channel, just go onto YouTube and there it is. But I'll be trying to post a lot more often to you guys, to you, and to let you know really specifically day by day what's happening. I'm in very much communication now with our visual effects teams here and in New York and in Europe. And we're really specifically digging in on all of this stuff. So that's it for now. I hope you had a great holiday, and we'll talk again real soon. Bye-bye.